Greetings and welcome to Old Drunken Discography. We're old friends and fans come together to BS, argue, occasionally agree, and discuss a musical artist. Today's artist is Biz. We will be talking about their third album, Return to Central, released in 2001, along with the comp I Love Biz. With me today, we have Tim, and we have a Cold Quit. And myself.
That's
give
Jason.
us a like.
Not you. That's Jason.
Yeah, there you go. Give us a like, subscribe, really help the channel out. Leave us a comment down below what your favorite Biz record is. Doesn't seem to be a whole lot of coverage on YouTube about Biz, which makes Old Drunken Discography the official Biz rankings.
I'm really hoping the ODD effect makes things happen. You know what I mean?
That's true, yeah.
That would be great.
ODD effect. Everyone go out, fucking listen to Biz.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so we're talking about social dancing. No. Sorry, we're talking about Return to Central.
Yeah.
Which sounds nothing
We
like
talked
social
about
dancing.
social dancing.
Yeah, we did.
Click the
We
link
talked a
down
little about
below.
Return to Central as well during that because this is a big record. It's a different record for people.
So September 2001.
Yep.
Do we have a day?
I want to say it was in the winter, like February and early spring, maybe.
Oh, no, the date I have is September 2001.
Oh, okay.
I'm just wondering, is this the September 11th album?
Oh, well, probably not. Like, I mean, it was written long before that, and they're not even American. They're from Scotland. I don't
No,
know.
I'm not
Oh,
saying
I
it's
get what you're
about
saying.
September 11th.
Right.
I'm
Did it
saying
come
it's
out on
released
September 11th?
on September 11th, 2001. Because
don't know.
all I have is September 2001.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I immediately go to Slayer's God Hates Us All, which was released on September 11th, 2001. And so it's interesting to hear like the musical landscape of the day.
Yeah. No, when I think of September 11th, I think of They Might Be Giants' Mink Car, because that also released on that day, and that I listened to that.
Okay. No, just wondering about this one. All I had was a month.
Oh, I'm gonna see, man. Let's see if I can find any info. But yeah,
while they're googling, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about this record.
Yeah, okay. Because I was gonna say that this is probably the one where we'll have most differing opinions on for sure.
Well, let's see. I actually really like this record. What You're Afraid Of, not normally a fan of super long opening tracks, but What Are You Afraid Of was pretty damn epic. The vocals were mixed weird, but otherwise this was a great track. Silver Spoon reminded me of maybe an upbeat Radiohead meets early 90s techno. Again, the vocals are mixed low though. About a minute 40 in though, there's a cool little section that just kind of soars. Black Pepper reminded me of Guero era Beck, really low bass driven mid-tempo instrumental. The End Starts Today, Amanda's vocals were fantastic. The music was great as well. That chorus, this one was pretty fucking epic. The whole song sounded good. Musically, it reminded me of like Garbage's version 2.0. This was a top song contender. Protection, this one was a little too Euro techno dance for me. 2 Million got some Garbage vibes from this one as well, but overall I didn't care for this one too much either. It wasn't bad, but I think I like the more upbeat Biz than this one. Chicago, I really like the drum beats, and there are a lot of layers going on. I love the vocal melody as well. Metal Box, it was fine, another short instrumental, but it's interesting and short, so not an issue. More Complicated, this was a great one. The contrasting between the lead vocals and the background vocals was insanely good. It was super pretty, really interesting lyrics. Like My Expectations Always Rise, just at the point that all hope dies. You and Me Were Complicated, In My Stars My Noise Abated. Robotic took a little too long to get going, but it was fine when it did. The vocals sounded low and weird again, though. A Portrait from Space, I fucking loved that one. It had like this David Wise Donkey Kong underwater / space feel to it. And the only lyrics are taking photographs of land from space. It's just done really fucking well. So yeah, this was a good album.
Well, damn, dude. Way to shot my ass. I for sure thought this being the most electro record, and you've previously stating how you are less of an electro guy. I'm shocked and I'm very, very happy about that, Jason. That makes me happy because this is actually probably one of my favorite records ever made. Honestly, like top 10.
Oh, is this the vinyl?
This is one of. I've got another one too. They released it, re-released a deluxe edition on Last Night from Glasgow, their current record label, who have a subscription service, not really a record label. They've got one of those kind of things where you pay a monthly fee and they send you free records.
Wait. Is that signed?
This is signed, actually. Yeah, my camera sucks, but it's not the only thing that got signed by them. Their Bandcamp is awesome, and when they do Bandcamp Fridays, I suggest that's when you go buy things. That's when I bought this.
Bandcamp Friday is always awesome, and you should definitely check out your friend's Bandcamp.
The reissue comes on a clear, kind of gray, translucent vinyl. It's very nice.
Wait,
it's
you just
very
recently
heavy,
bought
thick,
that, right?
very high quality. They actually remixed the entire record for a vinyl release, so it is from the masters straight to the vinyl in a new mix to make it a little bit better. Also has bonus tracks. A compilation record that was a companion to this came out called Plastic Nouveau, and it had remixes of various songs. Like I think actually the remix of Protection on there I really liked a lot better than the original somehow. But it's got songs Don't Let the Rain Come Down, Make It Through, Sound of Sleep, Brain Clouds, a cover of Love Will Tear Us Apart by Joy Division, and then Return to Central, which is just kind of some weird ambient kind of like electro instrumental kind of thing, but it's like 6.5 minutes long.
So do you know, as a new vinyl buyer, what the weight is? Is it 180 gram?
Yes.
Okay.
I would buy this on vinyl too.
It's solid as fuck. Like I don't feel flimsy about it. Like it's very stiff and like legit has a weight to it.
Is it still, available?
And it's a double too, so there's two.
Can you still buy it on vinyl?
Yes, I believe so. They should have some available on their Bandcamp, I believe.
All right.
If not, I don't know how Last Night in Glasgow does single releases. I don't know. They're one of those kind of really cool, trying to change the way the record label thing works.
I mean, I'm all for it. I'll look into that just cause.
Yeah, they're great.
I would get this on vinyl.
Ian, what's up? What's up, Ian? He's the guy who runs it. He's a cool guy. I don't know how it works in the States though, because I want to sign up because I'm not sure if they allow it to internationally yet, because it's like literally they're mailing you.
Well, from what I understand, the Sub Pop Singles Club is starting back up again.
Oh,
right on.
That's cool.
Awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah, so if you're in the United States and you want a United States company, that's don't quote me on it. I don't know if it's started yet or not, but
Sub Pop should distribute fucking Biz.
They
should. Actually, this would be a great Sub Pop release.
Yeah, holler. What's up? I think when I first heard it, I didn't really jump in it. It didn't hit me as hard as I thought it would because it was so different and so electric. But yeah, What You're Afraid Of is so good. Silver Spoon, dude, tell the one about the Silver Spoon. It's just that I can't understand. It's just so good. Like lyrically, there's some of the strongest lyrics by this band on this record. Chicago. I'm not alone. I'm just waiting for somebody, someone. Like that's lyrics are so good, and the music is so like makes you feel like you're just alone in a strange place. One of my favorite songs by this band, Sound of Sleep, is on the deluxe edition, but not on the edition featured in the review. But it's so good. It's so good. Like there's something that happened with them at this point where they just stopped giving a fuck. Maybe they started smoking weed or something. I don't know. But like they're definitely on a different level than they are previously, just musically, even though it's all like there's a lot of guitar on it, but it's all kind of there to make the song better and not to drive it necessarily. Like there's a lot of really cool guitar work and bass lines and just a lot of fun little beats everywhere on this record. A lot of
good bass on this record.
Yeah, and the way Robotic flows into A Portrait from Space as one like cohesive unit, it's super sweet. it's so cool how they fade them together. It's really beautiful.
Hands down, one of their best closing tracks.
Yes, for sure. On the deluxe edition, I think the closing track is their cover of Level Tear Us Apart, which is fun in its own way. But, you know.
That was a fun cover.
Yeah.
It wasn't my favorite cover.
No, I don't even think it's that great of a cover, honestly. It's just so cool to hear them covering Joy Division.
I thought it was an interesting cover, though. I thought it was an interesting cover.
It is interesting. Yeah.
Because, I mean, that's an iconic song. We've all heard it. Whether you like it or not, you've heard it. And this was an interesting take on it that I thought fit the album as a whole pretty good.
Yeah, for sure. It's tonally, it fits the tone of the record.
Yeah. Tonally, it almost sets the theme for the album.
Kind of, yeah. Really. So how'd you think about it, Tim?
Yeah, I mean, they definitely go electronica on this. So, like, there's no more punk rock energy.
No.
And then I mentioned on their first album where throughout the career, the repetition, it's fine. I'm not knocking it, but I notice it.
Well, on this one in particular, because, I mean, that repetition sort of fits with the stylistics.
Well, and exactly.
Yeah, so
every time I notice it, that's my second thought. It's like, yeah, but it works here.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
You talk about the punk rock energy, like, it doesn't have the punk rock energy, but it has a different type of energy that Social to me didn't have. It's like a pop energy.
Yeah.
There's an artistic level that's happening that you don't hear on a lot of electronic music, I would say.
Oh yeah, no. As far as electronic music goes, like, yes, this is some of the best you'll hear.
I praise. Jeez. For real.
I mean, for real. I've heard all that ethereal stuff where they just take like 2 or 3 lines and loop it 4 or 5 times, and then do the little digital step, and yeah, it's like, come on. This is at least taking those sounds and doing something with it that is engaging and interesting and, dare I say it, musical.
Yeah. What do you know?
Yeah.
But it's repetitive to you.
It gets a little repetitive, which again works here. But it's a theme I noticed throughout their discography that they tend to kind of fall back on it. Which I'm not saying is a bad thing. I'm just saying I noticed it.
Hell yeah.
And so, yeah, there's a little bit of like, there's a little bit where like, okay, yeah, I've heard this before. And in this song, like, okay, we already did this for 32 and now we're going to do it for another 64.
I would say it's meditative.
Yeah, I could see that as well. And again, here, it works.
Yeah, for real.
It really does work. And so I'm not going to knock it too hard. But that is usually one of the things that when I'm checking out a new artist is usually like a tick against.
Fair.
Yeah, that's...
So... But again, I know this is my first impressions, and overall, I really like this band. So I know that I'm going to be able to listen to these songs more, dig in a little deeper, and that's probably going to go away, where I'm actually going to start seeing the differences and the nuances.
Yeah, it's easy for me to say.
But on the surface, it gets a little repetitive.
For sure. Well, now's the real question.
Well, before we rank it, we got to talk about I Love Bis.
Yeah. This is their like a collection of their early EPs that they did before they got signed and made a record. They were famous for the song Candy Pop, it was that, I believe that EP was like super, super huge for them. Got played on the radio. They played Top of the Pops with it.
I saw that.
Just a super fun, like just bouncy ass fucking rock song, man. It's a good time. And then, but yeah, a lot of this, like, there's some really good songs. Plastic People, School Disco, love that one. Caroline is actually the secret track on New Transistor Heroes, but completely weirded out and changed slightly to be just weird and weird for weird's sake, I think. I don't know. It always throws me by surprise when I hear them both side by side. This does feature a 20-minute closing track that's like basically, I think their original like 4-track demos from their home recordings.
Yeah, because that was like 5 or 6 songs in and of itself.
It was a lot. So yeah, it's a lot of really fun gems. Like I think This Is Fake DIY is one of my favorite songs ever by this band. So there's some really good shit on it for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I did this homework. I was told I should listen to this first. So
yeah, I thought we were going to rank it as an album, but that's on me for not thinking. Jason's right. It's a comp. It should be talked about separately. But I feel like it's the best introduction to the band because, like, you hear this, you go, and then you go to New Transistor. New Transistor doesn't hit you over the head quite as hard because you're, like, kind of a little bit better prepared for it because you know what's coming. But, yeah.
I listened to this first, and I heard New Transistor, and the production on there really stood it out.
Yeah.
I felt like it was like a really polished version of this. And so the punk rock in me really loved this.
Yeah.
Because all the energy and youthful, like, just going for itness was there. And the production's great. Like, it's not quite as great as the album, but it's very crisp. It's clear. There's a lot of really interesting musical stuff going on, a lot of really interesting vocal stuff going on. And one thing I noticed by the end of this compilation is, while I think I prefer her vocals more, I tend to like his songs more.
That's fair. Yeah, I think...
and it's a weird dichotomy where, like, you know... I kind of get it. Is his name Steven? Is that who's singing?
Yeah, it's Steven and his brother John, Sci-Fi Steven and John Disco. They're both brothers. They both play guitar in the band.
They both really like those Syd Barrett albums.
They probably do, yeah.
Yeah, no, I was picking up a lot on that, and I really dug it.
So this is interesting because you listen to because we're in a Facebook group, little behind the scenes, and we asked
hit us up, join it, tell us some bands.
Yeah, we asked Colquitt what as the biz expert, what's the listening order, and that was the order he gave us. He said to listen to this one first, and you followed that instruction.
I did.
Right?
And then once I heard this, I threw the directions out the door because I lost them.
I saw the note. I was like,
for us in the States, New Transistor is the beginning, but for everybody else that actually knows who this band is, this was the beginning for them. So I thought it would be more interesting.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, that's still a strong fucking beginning, whichever one you start with.
Yeah, no, I liked this compilation a lot.
But it was interesting because I went from Transistor to Social to the EP Music to Return, and then I went back to this, and it made me fall in love with them even more.
Yeah,
sure.
Because
that's fair.
This is very like New
I
Transistor.
They were in high school when they did this shit. Like, that's what blows my mind. Like, they were literally in high school when they wrote and recorded this stuff.
Hey, a lot of people did a lot of good things when they were in high school. They're just afraid to release it.
It just blows my mind. I think back to when I was in high school, and I'm like, I don't know how I would be able to do any of this. Anyway, whatever. They're awesome. They're a great band. Let's rank it before we run out of We're gonna have to do an ad break
No,
for some
I'm
reason.
talking my notes on this one because this is where.
Okay, all right, my bad.
I fucking love this
Okay,
EP.
sorry. Tell us about this record, Jason. Tell
So,
me.
yeah, I fucking love Biz the comp. I love.
I
Biz
heart the I heart Biz.
I heart. Yeah.
All right, Kill Your Boyfriend. I really like this early Biz. The lyrics on this one are pretty damn good. Super sci-fi superstar sound like Thurston Moore's '90s solo stuff for a bit.
Like Psychic Hearts. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
hear that. Okay.
Yeah.
Then it goes full on Biz. Improved was a weird one. Public Schoolboy, love this one. Straight punk. Caustic Sofa, really pretty. I like the quiet verses contrasting with the chorus. School Disco, Biz talking shit again. I love it. This is our country. Biz Nation won't fall. Plastic People, a shot at the mainstream. Hollywood, fake people, so synchronized. Conspiracy of Go-Go, another Biz Nation shit talking song. But there's so much going on. Funky guitar riffs. Man, his vocal delivery is fun. I liked it. Really liked Icky Poo Raid as well. Name dropping some old school. No more New Kids on the Block. She loves to hear that disco punk rock. Her favorite band is Sonic Youth. Well, at least she tells the truth. And then, holy shit, they name drop Huggy Bear. I fucking love Huggy Bear, which I found out recently we're not on Spotify. I wish they still had. I wish I still had my fucking Huggy Bear cassette.
What do you mean? Everything's streaming. There's nothing not streaming.
Seriously, fucking go on YouTube. Find Huggy Bear. They're great. Candy Pop is great. I watched the Top of the Pops video of them doing this one. By this point in my research or listening, I started deep diving, watching YouTube videos, interviews, all kinds of shit. I'm not even going to talk about the 23-minute closing track. I'll just say the last 2 or 3 minutes is worth the wait. Holy shit. I didn't know that was like their studio demos or something, you said?
I mean, I'm assuming
that last track feels like a whole release in and of itself.
Yeah. If this was considered a real studio album, it would have ranked pretty damn high for me.
If it was a real studio album for me, because I agree with everything you just said, Jason.
Mm-hmm.
Like, absolutely.
That's kind of why I wanted it to be considered an album, so we could rank it, because I wanted to, like, I love it too.
If I was ranking it, it would be my number 2.
It'd be my number 2.
Damn, that's beautiful, man.
Yep.
Yeah, this is a great release.
Happy days.
All right, but we are not considering it. We are considering Return to Central.
We're highly recommending it, though.
We do highly recommend it.
It is available on streaming, and it is available on. I think it's for sale on CD. I don't know if there's a vinyl of it left, but
I'd
go
buy
check out
that
the Bandcamp, y'all. Go check out that Bandcamp.
We do need to rank Return to Central as well, though.
Yes, we do. I mean, I'm going to be probably the odd one here and rank it at number 1 right now. Like, I have a relationship with this album and its B-sides. So like, when they did the deluxe version with the B-sides that I love so much is included with it, happiest day for me. Just really love this record. Do a lot of electro at all. I think it was my internet, of course.
Of course.
We got a lot of bad weather this week.
Yeah. Not an electro guy. I liked like some early Front 242 records and some industrial shit in the 90s or whatever. But like that's about it, man. And this one is just like smooth as butter, man. Smooth as butter. Emotionally effective. Cold. Warm at the same time. Like it's just a lot happening and I love it.
All right, Tim.
Well, I've said it already. I really like the energy they bring when they got the punk rock. And so thinking about this discography again, I need a lot more time with all of these albums. This is my first impression. It's gonna be my number 3. I think the others are a little more interesting. This one's not bad. I'm not calling this one bad.
No, you're not. That's fair.
But this is a bit of a left turn.
Well, even my number 6 is going to be something I love very much. You know what I mean? Like,
sure, no, and I get it, but so far in this discography, and especially when you add in I Heart Bis, yeah, this one feels like the biggest left turn.
It is. It's definitely its own beast for sure.
Yeah.
So, my notes say I was getting crunched on time and couldn't listen to the extra songs, but I really like this record. This is a tough one to rank. Definitely better than Social Dancing. But it's different from the first album. Two totally different vibes that both work equally. But I'm going to give it to Return to Central.
Holy shit!
Because it's a much more mature album. I like Transistor just as much, but like, that was a fucking great record.
I mean, dude, really, like, it's hard for me to, like, because for me personally, like, really, my number 6, I love just as much as my number 1. So this is not, like, my ranking is not going to be as hard and cut dry. It's just going to be what it is.
I definitely like my number 1 much more than my number 6.
That's fair.
But
yeah,
that's fucking weird. That's never happened. Colquitt and I usually don't agree on things, but we do agree that Return to Central is a good record. Good.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
So.
But I Heart Bis.
Oh, I Heart Bis.
It would be above it, I think, for me, in a way. I don't know. It's difficult to say.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd say it'd be my number 2.
It would be my number 2.
Yeah, it'd be my number 2.
Well.
Good shit to come.
Something's happening. Something's happening next. I'm really excited about it.
All right. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notify bell button thing to ring your doorbell for Uber or food delivery. I don't fucking know. Whatever it does. As you can see, we're very prolific.
Got 30 seconds.
You'll see we release new videos every day, almost. Because we're just that dedicated to providing you the best content on YouTube.
You could sell me a car any day, sir.
There you go. Yeah, stick around. We'll be talking about what's next. Data?
Yeah.
Yep.
Data
Panics.
Etc.
Stick around.
This was a fun one. There's a lot good backstory for this one.
I'm interested to hear that.
Yeah.
Be safe. Make good decisions.
Ray gun, we got a ray gun.